Hi plant friends, welcome back. I'm so glad that you are all here today. If you are brand new, hi, my name's Angela. This is my quiet time of the day where I get to sit down and talk about plants. I am a mom of 2 crazy boys. I have 3 dogs and like 17 pigeons. Needless to say, my life is always chaotic, but what I get to do like once a day during nap time, I get to sit down and talk with you all about plants. So that's what we're doing today. It is the early fall here, and so I brought in a lot of my plants from outside, and I thought, you know what, let me share with you what I do to prepare my plants for being in, well, no, not even preparing them, like how I take care of them during the winter. That's what I'm trying to say. So I have plants who go outside during the summer, and I have a video about how to make sure to transition them indoors, especially watching out for pests. But when we get inside for the winter, so many things change with the way that I care for my plants. And so I thought we could talk about them today. And then of course, like this is supposed to be an exchange, right? This is a community of plant friends where we get to talk with each other about what we're doing. So if you have other ways that you care for your plants inside, make sure you comment below and share them with me so that maybe I can learn something today too. Okay, so let's see here. Like I said, this is an indoor plant that I take outside. This is my blue star fern. You guys can't even see, like some of these leaves are incredible. It's so happy outside in the summer, and that has been the trick to keeping it happy for me, because I've had it as an indoor plant, hasn't worked out well. When I brought it outside this year, I learned it likes the warmer temperature, it likes the high humidity. I'm in Missouri, and then of course it likes more sunlight. And so I learned kind of that healthy balance. You can see on the inside here, let me pull it up. Some of the leaves got too much light. Our sunlight here in Missouri is hardcore. And so some of the leaves got a little scorched, but the rest of them, once I found the perfect place in the garden, it just like blew up. Anyways, most of the plants that I have inside, like this calathea, rattlesnake, always stays inside with me. And so I've learned how to keep it happy through the summer and spring and fall. But wintertime is a different time, like a totally different set of circumstances. I live in a really high humidity area. Adele over at Lifepaholic gave me, I was a winner for one of her channel giveaways, and she gave me this humidity reader. It's 71% humidity in here, and that's with the air conditioner running, folks. And we're, like I said, we're still in the kind of the humid part of the year, so it's gonna get really dry, but it's nice to give like a visual. So you could grab one of these off Amazon, probably even less than $10, and you could still get a decent meter. But I range from 42% to 82% of humidity in the house. And so that's nice for me to know. For plants that like extra humidity, I can gauge it visually that way. And so ways that you can keep up your humidity are so simple. Like you can use a pebble tray, right? So put pebbles in a dish underneath, and then set the plant on top of it so the water evaporates. You can use a spray bottle, and that's what I do, because I spray my air plants. And then I go around to my, what is that one over there? My Marantha, and then my Calathea. They all get little sprays every once in a while, in addition to their deep waterings. So you got to keep the humidity up. That's usually where most people struggle in the winter. If you get a lot of static electricity, like in your house and your clothes, during the winter, then you know that that's a humidity issue. So you can, of course, the main way to fix that is to use a humidifier. And I have, we have one down in the boys' rooms, especially when like the throat crud comes along. And then I also use essential oils. And so having my diffuser by my plants can help with that too. So those are a couple of easy ways to keep the humidity level up. Now, most plants will go dormant in the winter, and I think that's important to know too. And you can tell that by the, if they go dormant, by the rate of growth, right? So if they don't grow as much, then that means that they're kind of taking it easy and they're going dormant for a while, which is so cool. That means they don't require as much light, water, love attention. They thrive on neglect, basically. But the one thing you have to make sure you do or don't do is don't fertilize, right? So you guys probably all know these things, but if not, I mean, if you're a new plant mom or dad, you know, these are some good tips, I think. And I learned a lot of these by trial and error, and of course from talking with you all in my plant friend community. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, fertilizer, definitely don't do that. In like once you hit the beginning of fall into winter, you don't need to fertilize. The plant doesn't need that extra food. They'll be so much happier if once spring and that new growth starts coming around, if you just give them a good boost then, okay? So like hold off now. They don't need any extra lovin's, and just wait until that time of year comes around. Where they can use that fertilizer. So once they're kind of dormant, that means they don't need water as much either, because they're just not growing as much. So you kind of might have to go a little bit longer between watering. You might have to adjust your water schedule a little bit. I pretty much like water my plants when they're all near death. So it kind of works for me because, and I have a lot of like, these are my like high maintenance plants right here. I'm like pretty low maintenance plant person here because my life is so chaotic. Anyway, like I was saying, so their growth, right, isn't as strong in the winter time. And so like if you are thinking about propagating, also not a great time to start doing it. Like I've got all of these Cebu Blue cuttings here, and they were sitting in water, and they're actually doing tremendously well. We're still in a good growing season. Most pothos or, well, philodendrons usually take a little bit longer for me, but pothos usually do pretty good any time of the year. But how you can speed up growth would be to give them more light. And so sometimes having additional artificial light can really kind of help that out. So if I ever do any cuttings during the winter, I do make sure that they are closer to a light source, whether it's natural light, or artificial. Yeah. So I think that's it. Oh yeah, well, I guess we could talk about light a little bit more. I guess that's it. Most plants won't need any extra light, but if you do want them to grow more, you give them more light, but that means you have to keep the watering up too. So I mean, it's kind of all like hand in hand, right? Common sense stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so you guys are awesome. If you made it through this entire video, you're a rock star. You are my plant friend. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe so that we can be friends and you can see my future videos. Make sure you comment below too, you guys, if there are anything extra that you do to your plants in the winter that I didn't mention. Help a friend out, right? Because other people are watching the comments too. So help each other out, and let me know too if there's anything I can do better, right? Because this is just a journey for all of us. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.